Hi y'all, my name is Tina. Welcome back to Reaction Row. This video is a little different than normal. I wanted to give you an update of some shows that I'm watching exclusively on Patreon. I am watching One Tree Hill and Supernatural for the very first time over on Patreon. I have watched so far 14 episodes of One Tree Hill and 6 episodes of Supernatural. If you're interested, the links are in the description box. And I'm also rewatching Glee. Glee is one of those shows that I really enjoy, but I haven't watched it in like 4 or 5 years. So that's going to be a rewatch for me. That is on a different tier, but it's also on Patreon. And One Tree Hill, I really am enjoying the growth, the character growth in the characters from the very first episode through the middle of the first season. Everyone has grown except Dan, but I really am liking the show. So I didn't know that I was going to like it as much. My sister was a huge fan, and I mentioned this in my very first video before watching the first episode, but at the time when this show came out, I was always really busy with working and just like surviving, working 3 jobs, like things like that. So I really didn't have the time to watch the show. I was 18, and just trying to make it in life. And I just didn't have that extra time. So it's a show that I've always wanted to watch. I've seen 1 episode when I went to visit my parents, and my little sister was watching the show. And I say little sister, but we're both in our 30s. But, she was watching the show at the time, and I saw 1 episode and I was like, oh, I need to watch this show, but I never found the time to do it. And now I have a little extra time in my life, so I'm watching it. And then Supernatural, again, it came out during that same time frame. And when I finally had some time to watch it, it was already like 10 seasons in. So I didn't want to have to catch up through it all. But now that we have streaming, the seasons are all there for me. So I decided to finally start watching it, and I love it. I love Sam and Dean. I did not realize that I was going to like them as much as I do. I love their dynamic, their banter. They are believable as brothers. I'm only 6 episodes in for Supernatural, but I plan on watching a whole lot more. I know it's a huge undertaking and it's a lot of seasons. I probably won't film me watching all the seasons, but I don't know. Who knows, right? Who knows what will happen in the future. But I definitely am going to watch it all. And I'm really liking both of those shows. So those are the first time watches that I have on Patreon that I'm watching. I also have a tier for rewatches, and I'm rewatching Glee. Now, Glee is one of those shows that I've always enjoyed. I watched it with my then boyfriend, now husband. We've been together a long time, me and my husband. And I remember when we first saw the preview for Glee, I think it was either after American Idol or after the Super Bowl, one of those. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this is the creator of Popular, a show that I really loved as a teenager that was ended on a cliffhanger that I'm still mad about, never came back. But I remember thinking, oh, I have to watch this. And then they were playing a Journey song, which if anyone knows me in person, Journey is my cleaning music other than some salsa reggaeton, country 90s music. I love me some Journey, and I have the Journey's greatest hits. I used to listen to that as a teenager while cleaning, and I still listen to it now. But when I saw that it was Ryan Murphy, they had a Glee song, and it was musical theater-ish, I definitely was like, oh, I need to watch this. And my husband too was like, oh, we need to watch this show. And I remember watching it, and then it went 6 months before it actually showed again the first episode, and then it continued with the first season. But I remember there was a preview watched 6 months before, you get to watch the season. And I remember we did all of that. And, and I remember we also had the volume 1 CD of the Glee songs, and we took a road trip back then, and we were playing it in the car, and our friends were with us, and they were getting into the Glee covers too. So Glee always brings back good memories for me, so I'm going to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in about 5-6 years in its entirety. I still listen to some of the, Glee cast covers or whatever in the car, but I haven't really watched the show, so I'm going to give it a rewatch. And that's on a different tier than my first watches. So if you're interested in any of that, the links are in the description box if you'd like to join in on my Patreon and subscribe there. I'd appreciate your support, and I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go for now. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Bye.